be double cheeked up on a Thursday. I got you. Let's head to the gym and hit a glute workout. Hello, and welcome back for another glute workout. I started off with a nice dynamic warm-up. I always take about 5 to 10 minutes. That is so important and will help you with your mobility, your flexibility, your range of motion, help decrease your chance and risk of injury. So always warm up, you guys. Join team Never Skip a Warm-Up. My first exercise of the day was RDLs. It has been a minute since I've been in a serious routine due to traveling a lot, due to taking time off for the summer to spend with family. So this has been a great chance for me to get back in the gym, really test myself. And today was a little bit more strength focused. So I'm doing a little bit heavier weight with a little bit less reps. But you can pick based on your goals, just align if you want to go a little bit heavier, focus more on strength, or focus a little bit more on endurance and building muscles. So you're going to be doing anywhere between 6 to 12 reps, depending on if your goal is strength, building muscle, or a little bit more endurance. Moving into exercise 2, I'm doing hip thrust. I did start with the warm-up set on these because it has been quite some time since I have done hip thrusts, and I just wanted to make sure everything was feeling good, alignment, and sometimes it's nice to do a lighter set with a lot more reps to start off and then to add some weight on, and I like to be around the 8 to 10 rep range for hip thrusts typically. And just in case you're watching this and you're feeling a little bit intimidated by hip thrusts and setting this up yourself, I just have a box behind me. You could also use a bench. And I was already doing RDL, so this was up on the squat rack. I just picked it up with the, 135 all together and put it down, did a set, and then I added another 45. You can roll this bar on top of you. Always use some type of mat or barbell pad. I have one. Literally, why is it not in my gym bag? I still don't know. I have been failing myself miserably on that. And with hip thrusts, you want to keep your chin slightly tucked and your feet at 90 degrees. If your feet are a little bit further out, you're going to be working a little bit more hamstrings. And if your feet are slightly more tucked in, you're going to feel it a little bit more in your quads and your knees. So it is nice to start with a little bit lighter weight to make sure that you've got your form down, you're feeling good. I mean, even I do that with just the warm-up weight. Depending on your goals, you can do anywhere between 6 to 12, maybe even upwards of 15 reps. If you're looking again for the strength, the 6 to 8 to 10 rep. If you're looking for more muscle building, you can stick between the 8 to 12 rep range. And if you want a little bit more endurance, you can do 10 to 15 reps. Again, just depends on your goals. We're now moving into our first unilateral movement. So we did 2 heavy lifts. Now we're doing some single leg work and we're doing Bulgarians. You can prop your foot up on a bench, or in this case, I have a box. I am doing some reps with the weight and then I'm dropping it and burning out and doing more reps without. Honestly, unilateral movements are brutal because as much pain as you inflict on one side, you then have to do the same thing to the other side. By the 4th set, my legs were absolutely toast, so I did drop weight and I went higher rep because I was not able to do the 50. My legs were just shaking. I was tweaking coming back to the gym. I said, what? No, thank you. So 25 pounds it was, dropped the weight, still did the last set with that 25-pound dumbbell and then also body weight, and my legs were shaking. And you thought we might be done, but no, we're not. And you might say, hey, this is a little bit redundant. We already did RDLs. Why are we doing single leg RDLs? Have you tried these on the Smith machine recently? I mean, my glutes and my hamstrings demolished. It is such a fantastic exercise to work both of those muscle groups. And lastly, we are ending on sumo squats. So I grabbed a heavy dumbbell. I don't know, I think this is 80 pounds, and I am doing sumo squats. So your toes are going to be pointed slightly out. Keep that back in a nice neutral position, and good luck. Next up, I am doing hamstring curls. This is a fantastic alternative if your hamstring curl machine is always taken, like mine. The leg curl and leg extension machines are always taken. So I have learned to love these with a stability ball. So you're just going to be in like a bridge position. You're propped up on your shoulders. You're trying to lift your hips up as much as you can, dig in with your heels and pull that stability ball in. This is a fantastic exercise. It really helps target your hamstrings. And I did 3 sets of 10 to 12. It has been such a long time since I have ended a glute workout with a little glute circuit, a little mini burnout. So I really wanted to do that and throw that into today's workout. So I'm doing about 10 of each, 2 rounds. I'm starting off with glute bridges and then move into these glute abductions. After this, I'm going to move into rainbows and fire hydrants. Now, all of these exercises are much more challenging and better if you have a resistance band. Again, why do I even bring a gym bag if half my equipment is in it? I don't know, but a resistance band above your knee makes all of these exercises just a little bit more harder. It's increasing that resistance to really give you a better burn. So definitely add that in if you want an extra challenge at the end of your glute day. This was really fun. Haven't done it in a while and left my cheeks on absolute fire. But this is the end of the workout, and let me know if you guys give it a try. You and I, we gotta chat. We have a ton that we need to catch up on because honestly, so much has changed and I feel like we have not had a proper catch up in so long. So let's start from the beginning. First things first, Darian has been in grad school for the past 3 years. It has been incredibly difficult. That is why we were living in Detroit, Michigan. He has since graduated. Hallelujah. Thank goodness, we're so happy. He graduated past boards in April. So all of May, June, and July, he had free, he had off. And we just had so much fun as a family. All last year, we were kind of looking around different places, trying to figure out where we wanted to live. Darian had a ton of job offers, so we got to pick the hospital he loved the most. As soon as we came here, we knew this was our place, this was our home, and it feels like I've lived here my whole life. Even though I've moved like 25 times or something, it just feels like home. It is so magical here. It's everything that we have ever wanted and more. So bought a house. We've been doing small little renovations here and there. I did new flooring, painting. We're like redoing Vinny's bathroom. And it's been just kind of a really fun journey being a homeowner now. But yes, we are in Florida now. Darian is done with school. And I feel like the past 3 months, like after 3 years of rigorous school, and honestly, even since Darian and I dated, like we started dating in nursing school. He was in nursing school and we started dating. Like we have been through this from the beginning. So it's like we took 3 months off. And I feel like one, that is a huge reason why I decided to pause the podcast. Pausing. So let's talk about pausing the podcast. I say pause because I feel like it's gonna come back at some point. Like I said, end of an era for now, but like, I don't think I'm fully ready to like permanently be done with the podcast because I love it so much. Just at the time being, I felt like I had said everything I needed to say. I was like, I just needed something off of my plate so that we could actually enjoy 3 months off together. And I did do the podcast like every single Wednesday for 3 years. 3 years. I was so proud of myself for doing that and like hitting that benchmark, but I'm like, you know, it's good to have a little break. So I think if the podcast came back, it would have more like designated seasons. Like season would be like 6 episodes or like 8 episodes, and then we take a break and then come back, type of stuff like that. Not to just kind of leave you guys hanging. I am really sorry. It was abrupt, and I know that pausing the podcast was very abrupt. And even at the Gymshark Lift New York event, that was like the main thing everybody was talking about, was like pausing the podcast. And I felt really, really bad for that, but it was just something I needed to do for the time being. And I truly want to really knock my YouTube game up. Like that is my hope. I am really, really going to be striving for 2 videos a week. So that's the goal, with a little bit of extra time. But if you watched my last YouTube video, you'll know there's been a lot of changes going on. So with those 3 months that Darian has had off, we've just been enjoying time as a family. I hosted a family reunion. I've gone on a girls trip. Like I just was on a work trip. Like a lot has been going on. So sticking into a routine has been a little bit more difficult. But he's also started school, which is absolutely insane. So like that's been a huge adjustment, and there's just been like a lot of changes recently. I do want to talk about Lift New York because that was so fun. Honestly, you guys know how much I love those events. And if you don't know, I'm telling you right now, those are pretty much my favorite part of my job, is being able to go to those live in-person events and meet all of you. You guys have heard me say so many times, you're probably sick of it, of how difficult last year was. And just your constant words of encouragement seriously helped fuel me and just help keep me going during those really tough and dark times. And honestly, like I'm so honored to be able to be a part of the Gymshark family, like representing as a mom. I feel like also I launched my pre-workout with my supplement company, like a collab with You Can Beam, and that was so amazing. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun, and I was just really proud of that. And I could tell for like the first time in a really long time, I was feeling better mentally. Like I had so much mental clarity around that whole photo shoot and like inspiration and excitement, and I was like, wow, this is really, really great. So I'm just going to the gym, so I'm doing a really light makeup. I typically don't even do all of this before I go to the gym, but I wanted to do 2-in-1, so that's why I'm doing a little bit extra makeup before going to the gym. But I want to talk about the gym and just like filming in the gym for a little bit. This has been something that has caused me so much stress and anxiety, is finding a gym I can film in. And I had some issues in Michigan with filming. That's why I ended up building my own gym, which ended up being such a hassle. Like it was so amazing. I'm so glad and proud I did it, but it would have been so much easier to just have skipped that whole thing entirely. Like that was just absolutely insane. Again, so proud I did it, but it would have been so much easier just to like go to a gym, film, and not have to build out something. And like, that still just blows my mind that I did that. I'm like, oh yeah. But the good news is I finally found a gym that I can like openly and comfortably film in. And like all of this stress and anxiety that I've been having has gone down, which is such an incredible feeling. Like I am so happy and relieved for that. Darian is currently loving his job. Honestly, we got really lucky. So he found a job with no call, no holidays, and no weekends, which is huge, especially in the medical field. So we're feeling really lucky with his schedule. And honestly, we have just been loving Florida. Like I cannot even explain how much we love it. So I'm just feeling really grateful. When it comes to my training split, I have changed it up, which I'm really excited about. And I want to film a new week of workouts doing this new split. I think I might have been the last one, but I want to do another one because I'm just loving my training right now, especially that I found like a gym that I can really just like set up a camera and tripod in. I'm like, oh, I can actually film for you guys, and I just feel so much better and just more confident. So very excited about that. I'm still doing 2 lower body, 2 upper body, but I've added in a full body, like kind of cardio functional day, and the upper body days have switched. So I'm doing chest and back together, and then like a sexy day. So it's the arms, abs, and then shoulders. But you guys have seen that in kind of my other videos. I've talked about that, but I want to film like a whole new week of workouts for that. I'm trying to think what else is really new. This is really all the makeup I want to wear to the gym. Like I really don't want to put too much in, and I'm just gonna throw my hair up and get dressed. I'll show you the gym fit I wear today. It's been a really humbling experience recently, kind of coming out of this mental fog. I have had so much anxiety and depression over the past year with everything going on, that now that I'm finally coming out of it, I'm realizing, 1, how bad it really was, 2, how grateful I am to be feeling so much better and to just have mental clarity and just peace in my every single day life. Like that has changed everything for me, and I'm just really grateful for that. I always want to give the reminder that if you are going through a really hard time right now, please know that you are not alone. You've got this. There's going to be light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like a lot of times our world just comes crashing down at different parts of our life, and it really can feel like it's going to be the end of the world. in like the least dramatic teenage possible way. Like things pile up as an adult. Like as we're getting older, like I'm in my 20s, it's just crazy how much stuff can start to weigh on you. So just be patient with yourself, and like no better days are ahead. Another really fun thing is that I've been loving to do is reading. I feel like I've talked about this so much more on YouTube, but for me, reading has really changed. I feel like my relationship with myself, and even just like how I'm feeling, and like it's a huge part of my self-care routine now. It's like carving out time in my day to do something that I really love, and knowing that that matters to me, and that it's not a waste of time if I'm putting something above work, you know? So it's like really cool. Whereas back in the day, like literally every single waking second I would be working, but it's like, no, it's okay to like take 20 minutes and read, take 40 minutes and read. And I've just been loving it. I'm in that Throne of Glass series, and I'm almost done with Queen of Shadows. It's actually been really fun to take you guys along on my book journey, because I have been loving to read. Some of my favorite parts of my day is when I get to sit down for lunch and read, and it's almost like a problem because I will read for like an hour and I'm like, oh, I need to get back to work, like I need to do things and be productive. But I love it so much, and it's really been like healing for me. I used to be like a huge show watcher, but I really have not watched TV since the beginning of the year. And 2 of my shows have new seasons. So Emily in Paris, I do love to watch that. It has a new season. So I'm like kind of dilly-dallying when I'm too tired to read, but like want to watch a show every once in a while. That was nice. Like during Lift LA, I would watch a show while I got ready, because I literally couldn't read because I'm like putting makeup on and stuff. And Only Murders in the Building. Those are the 2 shows that I like right now. It's just because they have a new season, but like I would way rather read, which is so crazy. It's just something really special, and like every time I meet somebody who reads, it's so fun to talk about. So it's just a really fun time to be in my book era. I am gonna pick an outfit, and I'm hoping I can finish organizing this office. I've actually done a pretty good job. So I finished building it out, and I know this is like a huge thing if you watched my last video where I'm like trying to get my life together and everything. Building out my office was massive, so I just need to finish like putting it all together and making it look really nice. My parents are coming into town soon, which I'm really excited about. So let me pick a gym fit and do my hair, and I'll show you guys the final gym fit. Here's today's gym fit. I got a bandeau. I'm wearing the bandeau and then the mesh shorts. Honestly, I feel like I've worn this fit a couple times, but that's because it's honestly one of my favorites. So cute. You guys can always use code BRITT, and it's gonna save you 10% off at Gymshark. Love you guys. We're gonna head to the gym and get this lift. Bye.